What's up, guys? So, random thought. Well, not so random because something I've noticed over and over in my own life, right? This two combination, right, is something that's gonna be like put you ahead of the majority of guys, okay? And I'll go into why. Okay, so being lean and on retention is like fucking rock star status for guys, right? And it's one of those things you don't have to be Mr. fucking 6'2", 6'3" Chad with the fucking, everything else going from. Bro, if you're just lean and you're retaining your seed, you're doing way better than the vast majority of guys out in this fucking world, man. Especially in like the United States and stuff like that. I can't speak for other countries or whatever, but like as a guy who's lived in the United States my whole life, and I've been on the fucking fat side. I've been on the side of waking up and jerking the fuck off every morning, and just fucking being that fucking loser mentality, bro. Like, oh fuck, man, I feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna fucking jack off, instead of putting the fucking work in and be like, all right, But even when I was a little fat, right? Look at some of my past videos, guys. But I was still retaining. I fluctuate a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I have been, in shape. I am now. I have been out of shape. I have been in between. It's one of those things. That's why I'm making this video, because I'm not someone who's always been, I don't even have a fucking six pack or anything. But I would say I am lean. I'm leaner than most guys. I am definitely leaner than I was months ago, right? Check my old videos. I was puffy in the fucking face, man. And there's such a big difference that you'll get with not just like, I know, like, I'd say a lot of like dating things and getting girls, because that's what gets guys to click on videos, right? Sometimes you got to give people what they want before you give them what they need, right? It's like wrapping a piece of, like, your dog needs some medicine, right? You wrap in a piece of fucking ham, right? That way you give it what it wants on the outside, and on the inside you give it what it needs, right? So what I'm trying to say is that retention, you'll get a lot of female attraction and stuff like that, but also and being lean, and but when you're lean and when you're on retention, you're also getting the male respect, right? So you're just getting like validation, right? It's not like, I'm not saying chase validation or anything like that, but when you're just waking up and you're going about your fucking business and you're just getting validated by default, it's like a confidence booster, okay? It's something where, it's not like guys are coming to be like, hey man, you look good or anything like that, but you just know you're getting more respect, right? Like the way people treat you when you're a guy who's, you're looking lean, like you got to look like you're keeping up yourself in shape. You're disciplined, right? That's the thing, man. Like, think about people you respect, people you met in your life. Do you respect the motherfucker who's out of shape and who's got his fucking beard and his looks look like shit because he's not that he's an ugly guy, but it's the fact that he just doesn't keep himself in shape. He doesn't take care of himself, right? That's what I'm trying to say is that when you're a guy, when you retain your seed and you are in shape, you don't have to be Mr. fucking six pack, whatever. I'm saying just someone who's looks athletic, right? You look like you lift some damn weights, or you fucking like have some sport you fucking do, and you look like you take it seriously is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you're not just someone who's just like, oh, whatever, mom made fucking mac and cheese and I just happened to eat it and I couldn't say no, like, motherfucker, dude, like, put a little bit of effort, right? I'm a big believer, if you have fucking swag and you have the fucking mindset, you own shit, you can be more attractive than guys who, like, are like, looks max and shit. You could be a motherfucker who's bald and you fucking own that shit, right? You got a hairy ass back, right? Or whatever. You own that shit. That's an attractive trait. That's a trait, guys, like, genuine, like, you could pick it up on someone if they genuinely are like fucking owning themselves, right? You walk into a store with a fucking Hello Kitty t-shirt, right? And you own that shit, right? You're not walking in, you use that tense body language where people could be like, I don't think that dude fucking feels good about himself, right? But motherfuckers, right? Who you're just like, damn, that motherfucker's, whatever the fuck he's wearing, he's owning that shit, right? He's got his own swag going on. So, sorry, this fucking fly flying around. Fuck you, fly. Damn, that was fucking traffic out here like a motherfucker. You can't see it from this angle, but to the right of me, bro, we're going 30 miles per hour on the fucking highway out here, dude. What the fuck is up, Tempe, Arizona? Y'all need to speed the hell up. It's only 2:35. But yeah, back to what I'm saying, guys. Being lean and being someone on retention is gonna, like, bro, you're gonna be above, because what's gonna happen is, thank you, Eric, the second order of consequences, right? Thank you for reminding me of that term, because I totally blanked out the other day on the video. And what's gonna happen when you are taking care of yourself in one aspect of life, it tends to really overflow in other areas, right? If you're a guy who is, it's like when I started really wanting to be in shape again, right? Then I'm like, okay, I really gotta stop smoking the fucking weed. I really gotta stop doing this. I really gotta, like, you start doing, like, I gotta stop, wake up early and shit. And like, it's like when you start doing one thing right, everything else kind of snowballs, because you're like, man, I feel good. I want to keep this going, right? But whenever I was fucking out of shape, I didn't really feel good about myself. So then, you eat more shit food and you feel bad because you're fat and you just ate the fucking triple McBurger meal from, In-N-Out with the fucking chocolate shake and the animal fries, right? Got to get the animal fries. So then you're like, damn, bro, I'm fucking fat. I feel like shit because this stuff I ate 30 minutes ago is making me feel like shit. And now you're going home and trying to feel better, stressed out, so you're jerking the fuck off your little pee-pee. And then it's like, fuck, man, let's just hit the fucking ball too. Might as well, this day is ruined. I'm fucking cooked. So, but when you start fucking actually being like, all right, motherfucker, enough's enough, and I'm going to change my life, and you start seeing the little benefits, right? Even just like a week, man, go a week of cutting, right? Go a week of just eating healthier food, and you start to feel better, and then like it snowballs, right? The second order consequences, right? Now you're feeling a little better. Oh, okay, let's do this a little better too. Let's maybe go on retention. Let's also, stop smoking the weed, or let's also like read the book or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You start, either you're growing or you're stagnant. You're never just like maintaining. A lot of people think I'm just gonna maintain wherever the fuck I'm at. No, bro. Either you're always actively looking to get better in life, or you're kind of falling down a slippery slope of like BS and bullshit and self-hate. Okay? So choose, man. Be like, which path am I gonna be on, right? Which fucking path? I hope you choose the path of wanting to better yourself. And out of all the things we could do as men, in my own experience so far, living on this earth of trial and error and watching a ton of YouTube videos and reading book stuff, is that being lean, being comfortable with someone, you're like, okay, I just feel good with my shirt off around a girl, around chicks, right? You don't even have to have the fucking 6 abs or anything like that. Just being like, I feel good, I feel confident, I feel like I look athletic, right? That's like the base, the minimum right there, right? And that and being on retention, man. Even when I was chubby, I think I was starting to say this earlier, but I think I on a tangent, right? So even back when I was chubby, dude, I would be on retention, and it's like, just by that, like it's like I'm more attractive, right? Retention, the thing about being lean, it takes time, right? If you got weight to lose, it's going to take some time to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, right? But not saying to discourage you, right? Because the way you should look at it is that, hey, man, whether or not, I decide today to start eating right or whatever, the time's going to pass by anyways, right? And if you're discouraged, like, oh, man, it's going to take 6 months to fucking get my goal. Motherfucker, 6 months is going to pass you regardless, right? Don't you wish 6 months ago you started? Because then today you'll be reaping the benefits. So might as well start today. And, like today's early November, right? No matter, like, hopefully I'm going to be grateful I'm still alive in 6 months, right? And it's going to be fucking May, right? So might as well start the habit now, right? That way my future self in May is going to be like, damn, bro, thank you so much for starting that shit back then, okay? So the time's going to pass you regardless, guys. Same thing with retention. Oh, man, it's going to take a week. It's going to take this. It's going to take some time, Bro, the time's going to pass you regardless. So might as well do the right thing, put the right, choices in, make the right decisions. And as I'm drinking a fucking Coke Zero, Sorry, guys. But you might as well do it now, do today. And, time's going to go by regardless. So, all in all, guys, retention plus being lean is going to move the needle so much in life as a man, It's going to get you on that path of, like, continuously trying to better yourself. And you're going to get better by default, right? Because with retention, when we retain guys, it's like we get more sharper, we get more witty, more confident. We're more on that fucking A game status. We got that aura we start developing, right? And then leanness, it just speaks for itself, right? Leanness, you could be just posting photos or just having, a girl may not, I think for retention, she got to be more closer to you, more in the same room, kind of like to feel that vibe off you. But leanness, she could see you down the street. Damn, that guy's fucking looks good, But she got to be once, far away, but once you're more closer in that, like, maybe like that pheromone range, then your retention attraction really kicks in, right? And when you got both things going, you're just stacking shit, homie. So you get 5% better in one area of your life, and get 5% better in another area of your life, and another area of your life. It's like, bro, you keep stacking fucking shit. And dude, it's like, just choose to be 1% better every day. A little something, man. That shit really, the compound effect is real, man. It's a real thing. So definitely do some research on the compound effect. And, oh, my neck. And then you realize that, you don't have to do any drastic shit in your life to get a way different outcome. Stack a lot of little wins, man, and see where it takes you guys. So anyways, that's all I got for now, guys. But to hit the gym. Reach out if you want to talk, guys. I'm doing free one-on-one consultations, 10, 15 minutes or something like that, or just text me, whatever. 786-897-4754. Peace, boys.